Yeah, nah, this verse is genuinely could be on measure. Jujutsu Kaisen is one of my favorite animes and mangas to exist, but bro, to actually live, breathe, or do anything in this universe as one of its characters is genuinely a worse punishment than being a Rod Wave fan in the big 2026. Gotta be one of the most miserable things for a person to go through. It doesn't matter if you're a Jujutsu sorcerer, a curse, or just a regular person not even remotely involved with anything that's going on. You are living in an actual purgatory. If your name isn't Satoru Gojo, Ryomen Sukuna, or Hikari in JJK, you are probably, scratch that, absolutely guaranteed to live a terrible life and are vulnerable to getting slimed out at any possible moment, all because someone named Gege Akutami just loves killing off his characters in the most brutal and depressing ways possible. More specifically, characters that everybody likes just for the love of the game. But the reason why everybody else is so susceptible to getting slimed out in the first place is all because this man Satoru Gojo exists. The moment that this man was born within the Gojo clan, it actually shifted the balance of power in the Jujutsu world to such a degree that it genuinely succeeded any meaning of the term the Great Shift, because just being a young Jitliang had people quaking in their boots at the mere sight of some white-haired kid who looking like Killua, a long-lost cousin. But because of Gojo's mere presence in the Jujutsu world, it forced curses to essentially evolve to be way stronger than the norm, all because he existed. And although this basically meant nothing for Gojo at all, since he pretty much solos everybody in the verse and for real could kill anyone if he just wanted to. However, this meant if you were any normal Jujutsu sorcerer, you were basically signing your life away to getting put into a full Nelson each fade you got into, and you were most likely either going to end up in the ICU, losing a limb or two in the process, or worse, 6 feet under. And bro, look how unbalanced the amount of special grade curses or sorcerers that were on the side of evil compared to the ones that were on the side of good. On the side of good, you got Gojo, obviously, Yuta, and then Yuki. Then on the other side, you got Kenjaku, Sukuna, Jogo, Hanami, Mahito, Dagon, and multiple unnamed special grade curses that just be bodying anybody. And bro, people want to downplay characters like Jogo and Hanami when they only fought literally the strongest character in the verse, when in reality, they were stronger than more than half the characters in JJK. Remember, Jogo burned 3 important characters to a crisp within the span of 5 seconds. Like bro, even the main character himself almost got his shit ran by a random no-name special grade curse, and for real almost died within the first 5 episodes of the show if it weren't for the King of Curses for regenerating his arm and saving him. But the fact that Gojo was so strong that he alone was enough to deal with almost anything, but he was quite literally the only person that Jujutsu sorcerers could actually rely on. So the moment everyone heard that Gojo was still doing the Shibuya arc, Nanami's first thought wasn't, nah, they got bro locked up, free my homeboy. Instead, he said,
if it's true that Gojo's been sealed, then it's over for every human in this country.
like bro, what kind of glaze is this? And even though this statement was actually factual, because everybody was for real getting done dirty from this point on, them not having any sort of belief in themselves, all because one man got locked up, is actually crazy work. Another thing that you learn while watching this show is that you should just not have a favorite character whatsoever, no matter what. All this series does is make you wonder when someone is going to die. I promise y'all that none of y'all's favorite characters are safe. Like bro, your favorite character was Nanami because he tough and attractive? Gege for real said, nah, he a fan favorite, he gotta go. He getting boomed in front of Yuji, in fact. Oh, Nobara is becoming popular within the community?
Let me make sure she gets absolutely violated.
Honestly, you don't even gotta be a fan favorite to get killed off. You could be an NPC, be minding your own business in the city of Shibuya, but then suddenly you get caught within the nearby radius of a Sukuna and Maharaga 1v1, and it's GG's. You are not living to see another day. Sukuna for real slimed out almost the entire city, and the only reason he didn't was because he wanted to save the bum Maharaga merchant. Nah, we can't be serious. Every character in this verse actually suffers on levels that are incomprehensible to the regular person. It genuinely depends on whether or not Gege hits on their parlay that determines whether a character gon' live to see another day or get suplexed out of the story. And this isn't even mentioning some of the things that Yuji and Megami had to go through during the story. Despite basically surviving the entire series and taking some W's, Yuji is basically getting his ass beat while seeing his closest friends get popped in front of him. Meanwhile, Megami is just being himself and for real trying to keep himself safe every fight for any inconvenience. Like, his life literally is trash. Like, bro, everybody in this series just be getting absolutely bodied to some degree. And this is all without mentioning the Zenin clan massacre, which I'm gonna get into right after a word from our sponsor. This video is sponsored by Girls Frontline 2 Exilium, the official sequel to the mobile game Girls Frontline, where you get a chance to grab their newest T-doll in the game, Alva, with the strong Voimastina coming out March 12th, and multiple rewards like a free elite doll, over 55 pulls, and more than 11,000 collapse pieces. And play their newest game mode Splash Bash today with their main story update coming out very soon. Girls Frontline 2 Exilium is a brand new 3D strategy RPG available for both mobile devices and PC. The core gameplay focuses on turn-based tactics while incorporating collection and RPG elements. They have tons of different characters or T-dolls like Klukai, Leva, Nikita, with unique roles along with new gameplay modes coming out throughout the year to keep the game fresh and fun to play. Look at one of their newest dolls added to the game, Alva. She is a team leader of the Defy Task Force with a nonchalant, calm, and collected demeanor who acts as a barrier that stands between the ops and protecting her allies. If I were to describe her gameplay in just 2 words, it is aura farming. She protecting the game with her entire life on the line while making it seem effortless too. That is undeniable aura. And by downloading Girls Frontline 2 today, you will unlock rewards by just logging in. You will be able to get more than 55 free pulls, more than 11,000 collapse pieces, and have the chance to unlock an elite doll, Balltide, an explosive mechanic ready to blow away the competition for absolutely free. On top of all that, for a limited time, you are able to get discounted skins for T-dolls Alva, Lena, and Nikita. You can even obtain a free commander outfit during the current Corpusant event. It will be released in 3 parts over the course of February and March, alongside a highly anticipated story update and more skins for characters like Dushevnaya. If you want a chance to grab these rewards as soon as possible and play these exciting new game modes with even more to come out soon, click the link in the description or use the QR code on the screen in order to start playing Girls Frontline 2 Exilium today. And I hope to see you guys around on the battlefield. So I know I've talked about Maki and her fight with Naoya in a previous video, but she ain't really killing. Her mom did. But as for the rest of her clan, she for real hold everybody else in her family without a second thought. Like, bro, let's take a look at what led up to this massacre. All she wanted to do was get some cursed tools, and because this bum somehow became the head of the Zenin clan, she technically had the right to do whatever she wanted. All to find her father had beaten up her twin sister to a pulp, and eventually even cooking her ass too. This man for real beat up his own daughters and threw them down the stairs to a den filled with cursed spirits. Actual despicable behavior. But the moment that Mai died in Maki's arms, if you were approached by her and you told her your last name was Zenin, she was for real doing her best invincible impression, being like, I can see the future. You don't live to see tomorrow, and would just slime them out with no hesitation. And she started everything off by giving her own father PTSD, because he was for real feeling the aura exerting from her that of Toji Fushiguro himself. So he got ready to slime his own daughter out, but Maki was too nice with it that she for real ended this interaction by simply flash stepping behind him and giving him a fresh fade as she left, and told her sister some let's get started. And eventually everyone gets word that Maki put her dad 6 feet under, thinking that she only killed him because she snuck him, but nah, they ended up sending an entire squad of average Joes and normal Normans to take care of her, thinking she for real wasn't like that and this was gonna be free eats. But bro, oh my god, the things she was doing to her own relatives was some of the most disrespectful things I done seen throughout this series. Like, bro, peep her taking out 4 of them by doing her best Beyblade impression and then stabbing these 2 without even looking at them. And look at this dude, he's swinging sword, but Maki hit him with a weave and side-eyed him, being like, oh yeah, nah, you're done now, and slimed him out. And bro, she is straight up chopping up her family tree and walking them down by using one arm, and she threw this sword around the room like a boomerang. And bro, by this point she has probably unlocked 5 different kill streaks. Like, bro, I know y'all looking at this shit, but y'all not seeing it for real. Maki was for real hitting them with the Gojo light skin weave, did a backflip, and proceeded to snatch this man's ankles in the process. And probably the craziest move she pulled while she was cooking her relatives like this was a hibachi meal, she was for real skating on their blood and stopped right in front of corner this man, looked him dead in the eye, and hit him with a 1-inch punch and absolutely boomed him. And this gotta be the realest one out of the bunch that tried jumping her. He for real let her skate right up to him, line up a punch and everything. He just let it happen because he just watched her slam his homeboys out without breaking a sweat, and he knew he was not built for this. And after taking care of the NPCs, she completely swept this group of frauds called the Hay. She broke this dude's sword, snatched his throat right out of his body, and then did the exact same thing to this other dude. Then this dude named Ranta started using his technique to keep her in place to set his boy up for an attack. But instead of actually doing anything with this absolutely perfect lob in his hands, this idiot actually starts aura farming. Like, bro, what are you doing? This dude was for real trying to act as an ASU frat leader, mogging clavicular, while his homeboy was for real killing himself to try and help him. And instead, bro just want a light skin stare at Maki like he tough or something. Like, bro, if you don't go and do your job and slam her out, I swear to God. And number 2, who is this? This absolute random for real trying to aura farm when this is what, his 3rd minute of screen time in the show ever, and he acting like he about to handle business when in reality this was his last minute of screen time ever. He got both him and his homeboy killed. And then Maki mashed up with Naoya, and I think we already know how this. Conclusion, no matter who you are in the JJK verse, you just gotta accept at some point you're going to face generational levels of trauma.